For this haircut, our head position will be upright. The distribution of the hair, that is the combing pattern used to distribute the hair, will be perpendicular. To establish perpendicular distribution, lay the spine of your comb along the secondary parting. The hair should be combed in the same direction as the teeth of the comb to be in position for perpendicular distribution. The projection or the angles the hair is held in relation to the head form while cutting can be low, 22.5 degrees, medium, 45 degrees, or high, 90 degrees. The projection that we will be using for this haircut is low, 22.5 degrees from the head form. Our guideline for this haircut will be mobile, our cutting line will be diagonal back, and our hand action will be palm to palm. The following procedure is used for cutting graduated haircut structures on a diagonal back line. For this haircut, we will be using both primary and secondary partings. Our first primary parting will be centre forehead to centre nape. If we put our comb on the top of the head in a balanced manner, this allows us to determine the apex of the head, or the highest point of the head. Our primary parting from ear to ear should pass through this point. Our secondary partings will be diagonal back. You will notice for this haircut we have released a centimetre section of hair from either side of our primary ear-to-ear parting to create one continuous cutting line from the front to the back of the head. You will also need to release exactly the same secondary section on the opposite side of the head. We will be using the fine end of the comb to maintain firm tension throughout this haircut. To establish perpendicular distribution, lay the spine of your comb along the secondary parting. The hair should be combed in the same direction as the teeth to be in position for a perpendicular distribution. Using rolled fingers cutting technique, your fingers mirror your parting line. Work towards the back of the head, using part of your previously cut section to work into your next section. Your body position should be parallel to the section that you are cutting. And we will be using a palm-to-palm cutting technique. Make sure that you do not cut past your second knuckle, for two reasons. The first being it is easier to nick or cut your fingers if you cut past the second knuckle. And the second is that we have less control of the hair when held below our second knuckle. Make sure that the hair is kept consistently moist throughout the entire cutting procedure. Ensure that your fingers remain parallel to your parting. Now that we have completed the first side section, we will cut the opposite side beginning in the nape and working towards the front hairline. Continue with the same cutting procedure. Now that we have completed both sides, we need to check to ensure our lengths are the same on either side. To do this, draw the hair down the sides to under the chin. Once you have established that both sides are even, we will then continue with one full side. Taking another centimetre diagonal back line section from front side through to centre back, it is important to use your comb to section the hair rather than a sectioning clip, as you will achieve a much straighter and cleaner section. Maintain the hair in an evenly damp manner. Comb the hair from roots to ends using the fine end of your comb. We will project the hair for this section at 22.5 degrees from the head form. You will note natural fall and 22.5 degrees. The graphic on screen shows a 90-degree projection angle from the head, a 45-degree projection angle, and the 22.5-degree projection angle we will be utilising for this haircut. Comb the hair with the fine end of the comb, projecting the hair from the head at 22.5 degrees. Your fingers should mirror your parting line. We are using a palm-to-palm cutting technique. Ensure that you see your guide clearly prior to removing your length. Your body position should be parallel to the section of hair being cut. Remember to keep the hair evenly damp, and it is important that you do not cut past your second knuckle. Ensure that your fingers, scissors, and the underneath guideline are parallel to each other. We will again release a centimetre section, working on the diagonal back line from the front of the head through to the back section of the head. Ensure that the hair remains evenly dampened down throughout the haircut. This will avoid uneven shrinkage and a possible uneven haircut result. The distribution of the hair remains perpendicular. We comb the hair with the fine end of our comb, still projecting at 22.5 degrees from the head form, sighting your guide and removing the length. Our body position remains parallel to the section that we are cutting. And we continue using our previously cut section of our hair as our mobile guide. We also continue using our palm to palm cutting technique. Maintaining our diagonal back line, we take another centimetre section. It is important to distribute the hair evenly around the head form so that the hair falls in the right position when the client styles it at home. As we are not increasing our projection angle above 22.5 degrees, we do not need to concern ourselves with the crest area of the head. In any other graduated structure where we project at 45 degrees, we do not continue this projection past the crest area. Maintain your finger position parallel to your parting and maintain your body position parallel to the section that you are cutting. By doing this, you will ensure that you can see the underneath guideline of the previously cut hair. Be careful not to cut the underneath guideline when cutting your new sections, as this will result in an uneven or choppy appearance to the perimeter of the haircut. Release another centimetre section of hair. Comb the hair thoroughly from roots to ends. Distribute the hair evenly around the head prior to cutting the length. Evenly dampen the hair. And comb to project the hair at 22.5 degrees. Fingers remain parallel to our parting. We continue with our palm to palm cutting technique. Our body position remains parallel to the section of hair that we are cutting. This avoids us dragging the hair to us, or in some cases away from us. And this will help to ensure that we will achieve a cleanly cut perimeter line. Release your final section of this side of the head form. Comb the hair to evenly distribute the hair around the head form. Maintain even dampness in the hair. Comb the hair from roots to ends. Fingers mirroring a diagonal back line, projecting the hair at 22.5 degrees using our palm to palm cutting technique. Now that we have completed this side section, continue the same cutting technique on the opposite side. Now that you have completed both sides of the haircut, you will need to check your lengths on either side are even. To do this, comb a panel of hair at the top of the head at 90 degrees and check that both sides are even. Once you have established that they are, check with your supervisor as to how they would like you to style the hair.